Honestly, and I'm not kidding when I say this, I think my videos would look like trash without these plugins. Or I'd get out only one video a month because I'd have to take my time creating different effects, transitions, and pop-ups in Apple Motion. I don't know how to create this transition and make it look good. I don't want to spend a boatload of time trying to create this intro sequence. I don't even know how to make titles look this good. And that's where these Motion VFX plugins have stepped in to make my life editing easier and make my videos for YouTube and for clients look infinitely better, and I know they can do the same for you. This collection is a part of Motion VFX's Design Studio, and if you don't know what Design Studio is, it is an extension that plugs into Final Cut called M Extension, and when you click on it, you then, let me hop back out to the main menu, you then have access to basically every Motion VFX plugin, which comes out to about 4,000 plus presets. So no matter what type of video you make, whether you make YouTube videos, if you make real estate videos, if you make wedding films, if you make travel films, everything that you need you can find in Design Studio, which is pretty sweet. So when you hop into the collection, you can download the entire collection by hitting download, or there will be a little download button in the bottom right of each preset. So then once you download one of these or all of them, you can drag it directly to your timeline. So with this subscribe button, if I play this out, I really like this one because it animates with the footage and all you do is just drag it over, which is pretty nice. You don't have to add it as a placeholder, it just animates with it. I added one of my favorite like buttons, which has some nice animation and some nice glow to it. And just like all Motion VFX plugins, you can change the position and the scale just by adjusting the on-screen controls, and then you can adjust the color and stuff if you want. What's nice is a lot of these presets are really customizable, so they give you a lot of different options. Like for example, we can change this to favorite, we can change this to heart, so you can use these for title sequences to highlight a point you're making, not just for a like button. So for example, this was supposed to be a subscribe button, but I like it as kind of a little pop-up giving note to what you're showing in the video. If you stick around to the end of my videos, you may have noticed this subscribe pop-up that I quite like. And then this preset I customized and used as an indicator to show what tip we're on. So I just added my ugly mug to it, changed the color to my theme, and then I just go in and change the text when I need to. So that was the social media section. I also added a bunch of the most useful camera movements, at least in my opinion. And something neat that they just added is locked on stabilization. So this is incredibly easy to use. You just drag this over your footage. We'll scale in a little bit to him. And then you're gonna toggle on your tracker toolbar. You put the tracker on your subject here, so we'll just put it on his face. We'll track backwards, we'll track forwards. And so now if we play this out, you'll see it's following him, but we're gonna have to scale up. You notice how it was showing that mirrored version of him? So pretty good, but we would have to scale in so it doesn't show that, but pretty solid. And then it just kind of stabilizes the footage as well. We have this nice rotational movement, and what's nice is you can add some sharpening, so as it zooms in, it'll be sharpening as well. Just a little way to add extra motion to your shots. You have definitely seen me use, and other YouTubers use, this preset, which basically allows you to take a 2D screen grab or something, or a 2D picture, or even your video, and make it look like it's in a 3D space, add some kind of depth of field, which is pretty nice. I use this one frequently. This camera movement's really nice. You just drag it over your footage, you adjust the endpoint, which we would want it to be on me, and then you have the start point. Let's just say, for example, we want to kind of start to the right, so it's almost a Ken Burns effect that's panning to me. So it's just an easy way to pan without having to add keyframes. So super handy, and then all this is just motion in and out. So if you're trying to do that little zoom in effect, as a content creator or whatever, then that gives you that little extra edge. All of these text options are some of my favorite across a variety of different packs. So some are cinematic, some are more for social media. So for example, I actually use this intro for a lot of my videos as a way to go from one tip to the next. That way I don't have to go and create something really cool looking. I have it already made for me. These are some of my favorite backgrounds that they have, and this one actually is really useful because if you have say a talking head shot, or something where you want to add text over top, but you want it to be more visible, you just throw the blurring over top of your footage, and then you can add that text or whatever you want to pop up. It's going to be more easily visible, and it fades out real nice as well. I've added 12 different transitions to the transition section. I use these the most. This one, I'm constantly getting asked where and what is this transition. I've used this for many, many years. This was in their M Journey pack way back in the day. And the rest of these I just vibe with really well. I use them quite frequently. And if there's a preset that you like the style of, so for example, this is from M Transition Noise, which is one of my favorite transition packs from theirs. If you just scroll down to the M Transition Noise collection, or alternatively, you can go down to similar elements and you can look at a few of the other different options that have a similar look to them. These add-ons you'll likely have seen in tons of my videos. I use them frequently. I use this one to help guide your eyes into where I want you to look as like a little pop-up or a click. I use this one in almost every YouTube tutorial where I show a certain section of the Final Cut UI. Even with this one, you can customize to use as a pop-up to explain things to your viewers and stuff. So a lot of these are really customizable, easy to use, and they can benefit you no matter what types of videos you're making. This is one of my favorite features of Design Studio for sure. So in the top right corner of certain presets, you'll see this trackable icon. It's basically like a crosshairs. So let's say we wanted to track this marker icon to this snowmobile. So basically all you're gonna do is toggle on the tracker toolbar, and we'll put it on our subject here. We can even narrow it up just a little bit more, and it's as easy, once again, as tracking to the left, also pretty quick and accurate. And then we'll track to the right. This is real time. I'm not speeding this up at all. And then once this is done, you can just adjust the size. And if we play this out, look how accurate. It doesn't like jitter that much like the object tracker does in Final Cut Pro. It's accurate, it's easy to use. It's one of the big benefits of Design Studio, in my opinion, is this built-in tracking into each preset. So lots of ways to go about adjusting these different overlay effects, presets, transitions, and stuff. So one of the reasons why I love Motion VFX plugins is because everything is really customizable. This preset is a great way to add phone footage or vertical footage into your 16:9 horizontal timeline. But we have light and particles and dust particles. These are presets in Design Studio that you can add as well. It makes it look like you put a lot more time into it, when really all you did was drag a preset from M extensions onto your timeline. And then lastly, you have this effects section. This first preset is essentially like a Promise filter type look. And then this last preset is basically a picture-in-picture effect. But the reason why I like it is it's an effect. So you just drag it to your B-roll footage. You would adjust the position of where you want it in your frame, and then you can also change the color. And then now you have this nice little pop-up with your B-roll. If you want to try my collection for 14 days for free, you can just click the link in the description and in the comments. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for the continued support on the channel, and have a great rest of your day.